Hi, welcome back to Jane's Stories of Life. Time to thrive. It's the weekend when we will be changing our clocks to daylight savings time. And there's always something about that time when we know change is coming. It's time for spring. We begin to see changes in nature. We see the flowers are beginning to bud in some parts of the country. Things are looking more green, more, the world is just brightening up and improving in many ways. The first few months of this year, of 2025, have been pretty bleak for many in many ways. The weather has been difficult in many parts of the country. Change has been difficult for many people in our country and in the world. It's just been a time when we have not been the most positive, perhaps, that we've been sometimes in other years. But it's time to thrive. Thrive means working toward success. Thriving means working toward a purpose. Thrive means doing your best and achieving whatever it is that your purpose might be, whatever it is that you might call success. It doesn't mean that you're going to have riches untold. It doesn't mean that every problem that you have will be solved because of your thriving, but it just does mean that things will change, and we are in charge of our lives and in charge of changing. We know the Lord has his plans for us, and it's up to us to make those plans a reality. I thought about one of the expressions from back in the 60s. Jesse Jackson had a phrase, keep hope alive. And I thought about, thrive, alive, those words just kind of go together for me. I admire and really love flowers and admire people who can make plants thrive and flowers bloom and have lovely gardens. That is not anything that's part of my DNA, however. I often tell this story that a silly memory, but it's true. I had this poinsettia once that was given to me by a secret sower during a gift exchange. And I was so proud of how well I was taking care of this plant because plants and I had not always been the best friends. So Cindy came by the house one day and I said, Cindy, don't you love my plant? Isn't it beautiful? Look at how well it's doing. And she said, yeah, Mom. For a fake plant, that's nice. And I said, fake? What do you mean fake? She said, Mom, feel it. It's silk. I had been watering this silk poinsettia for several weeks, I think. And I was so proud of my accomplishment. The plant seemed to be thriving. Well, guess what? It certainly was not because it was a live plant and I was watering it properly and giving it the proper sunlight and things like that. So I admire those things in other people, but guess what? I will not be showing off any plants and flowers that I have grown. I hope that as we move into spring and as we move into this next season, that each of us will thrive in many ways. If you have something that you've been wanting to do, get out and do it. Don't just wish you had and sit and say, oh, I should have. Go ahead, try that new hobby. Take that ride, make that trip, make that new recipe, whatever it is. When you thrive, when you do something for yourself, when you do something for others, it's just a good feeling. So it's time to thrive. Let's break out from the doldrums of winter and the dullness of the sky and embrace the sun and the clouds and the flowers and the trees and and all the changes that are happening around us. You see that the picture that I chose as a thumbnail has a scene with water. I love to look at water. Don't swim anymore. I don't get in the ocean. I don't like sand, but I do love looking at the horizon and looking at water. So, just enjoy, make new memories this spring. Strive to thrive. In 25, cherish your memories and pass them on.